Hi there, welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading, which is yes or no, ask any question, and it is timeless. So whatever you're needing that guidance on, you're at the right place. Every now and then we just need to know, right? And I am Seqkat from Seqkat'sEnlightenment.com, and I am glad and thankful to have you here with me. So go ahead now and take a moment and look down at the spirit cats. See which one is tugging at you. You can take a slow, deep, lower belly breath to kind of help your ego tune back into your higher self. By all means, use whatever your techniques are to tune in. If you like a little guidance, you might could close your eyes and then reopen them and see where your eyes fall. Or maybe as you close your eyes, you can see the memory impression of the one that's calling for you. You might look away and then look back and see where your eyes land. And if you try one and it doesn't seem like it's fitting you, by all means go back and try again, because sometimes we just don't get it right on the first go. And if you need more time than I'm affording you here, by all means pause the video. Once you've chosen your card, you can either look down below at the end of the screen and you will see the chapters, and you can click on Spirit Cat 1, Spirit Cat 2, or Spirit Cat 3 that matches the one you've chosen. Or you can look in the description box below for the timestamps with the corresponding Spirit Cats. Okay, I will meet you at your Spirit Cat. Welcome if you chose Spirit Cat number 1 for this week's Pick a Card reading, yes or no, ask any question. Now, interesting enough, each one of y'all got 2 theme cards this week. So here we go. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, so I have this tuned to many of you in your unique relative realities. So tune in to what part is in alignment with you. Okay, so let's see what you got for your first theme card. Okay. Sorry for the bumps and scrapes if you hear them. The wind has been blowing and having a tree bump against the house here. Alright, so unique. Meet Helix. He was always a little different from the other kitties. At first he felt lonely and alienated. My apologies. He even considered trying to blend in to be accepted by the other cats. But this could never give him the joy that being embraced as his true self would. So he took a risk and met people's gazes at himself. He saw that his uniqueness was his beauty, his spark. He alone could twinkle the way only he could. Miraculously, many kitties around him threw off their normal disguises and began to sparkle in their own way too. Their world became dazzlingly diverse. So embrace the freak within and remember, outsiders are in. So that's your first part. And then we have vision. So for some of you, the words could be unique vision. So that might play a role in what your reading is going to be. Okay, so meet Stargazer. Some say her head is in the clouds, but the view is better from up there. She can see the big picture beyond our normal sight. She can see beyond small increments of time to the vastness of years, decades, and even eternity. Take a step back and see your life through Stargazer's eyes. What visions do you have for your life? They might appear fuzzy or absent if you are afraid of the actions they are calling you to take. Acknowledge those fears. Then ask them to step aside like parting clouds until you're able to truly see. Let your visions be a beacon calling you forth. Okay, so my first impression with this before I pull the cards is unique vision. You have a unique idea. And you might be wondering, should I follow through with this? Yes. I'm really getting a yes for this thus far. In your vision, yes. Having a vision of what your dreams are, you want to go for them. And taking it as a different spin. Some of you might be asking the question, well, I have this idea, but others are doing something very similar. You know, it's the competition. I can't do this because it's competition. Yes, you can, because you're going to bring your own uniqueness to it, and we need all types of angles that we can see certain things. So that is welcomed. But, oh, we already got card dropping here. We'll go ahead and pull up an entire tarot here for you and expand upon your message. So I'll pull up the whole row and then start reading. Push this up here. This is an interesting reading, that's for you guys. Huh. Not quite. Let me get you two more. Alright, one more. There we go. Okay. Okay, so some of you want to move towards a heart desire. And you'll want to know if it's time yet. And no, it's not time yet, but do move towards your heart desires. But some of you have some grief, something to heal from a past situation that is not going to allow you to be in your full clarity to move forward quite yet. So some of you just have a little time delay and a little bit of work to do before you move towards that. Okay, so it looks like some of us were trying to establish our legacy, but it did not work out right. And there's like a karmic relationship involved in this situation. What I am gathering is you are unique. You have perhaps grown apart with whomever, what your situation was with this. Could be spouse, family, even a business perhaps. You've outgrown something. So you'll become more unique, and unique in your vision with what you want to do now. So your vision has changed. You were once on the same vibration and the same desire with whomever. But now you have become more unique and your vision has changed. So your vision has become unique compared to theirs because they are staying the same and you aren't. So you need to move forward with your new passions of your heart that are calling you, yes, go this way. This is what's firing me up. So you need to let that go with that old stuff to go to move into your new unique vision. So that is what I'm getting for you there. And this one also does represent Libra in case that is relative to any of you. Some of you are wanting to do something and moving forward, and this might go back here to this one. You're really wanting to follow your heart, but some of you are trying to force something. And it could be some of you are on the wrong path and you're trying to force this legacy, but it's not working because it's not working in this relationship with these. It's not working. And so you're trying to force it, and that's trying to force a square peg in a round hole. So this could be a situation of a heart's dream that we want, maybe to have a family and to have a spouse or something. And you've got the married part and you've got the family, and maybe you even have the children and everything. But something's missing, and you can feel it. You know it's not right. You're not in alignment. Something is off. You're not at your fullest happiness, and something's not working. And you're trying to tell yourself and convince yourself, oh no, it's okay, everything's fine. Your soul is saying, nope, I have a passion burning in me, and you're letting me just wither away in my heart here. And my heart is crying. I need to change. I need to go into a unique vision, a new vision than what I've had from before that brought me here. And I need to follow this new heart's passion. So you're going to have to answer your questions, you know, you're going to do a little bit of soul searching. So some of you might actually be here, should I stay in this relationship or not? You've been forcing it, so I would say no. or whatever it is that you've been trying to force too. Some of you could just be a different situation that you're trying to force that has a happy ending, a legacy type of ending, and it's not working. And it does involve people somehow, some way. It's not working. Something new has got to come in. It's time for something new. Something that does fire you up. And you are prepared for this on an inner realm. You're prepared for this on an inner realm. It's time to make those changes in the outer realm. You're prepared on a soul level. You might have some little ego mindset going, I'm scared, don't want to do something new. I'm trying to force this to make this work. I don't understand how this could work by doing something new. You are prepared for this. That's why some of you are here at this very reading. Have faith. Keep strong. It may be scary. Look at this kitty. She's walking, cats don't like water, overwhelmed by water, but she has a short footing. So have faith. The universe has got your back. They completely support you in your unique individuality and your visions, what you want to do, even if they have changed with someone that you've partnered with or done something with in the past, and you've just outgrown it and it's not working. It's okay. And this here represents Sagittarius. And yeah, going back to that partnership, we're in disharmony. Something is not working. So for some of you, it could be a business, like I said, goes back. You could have a business partner and it's just, you become a tangled mess with this. It could have even gone into legal issues and this is not looking good. Or this could be like a marriage and you got a family and this is why it's going to legality, because some of you could be actually looking at a divorce and it's not working. Or maybe you're even thinking about a divorce, but you're scared and you want to just hold the role and just tell yourself everything's okay, but deep down you know it's not. Your heart's passion of going, I'm not happy, I want to go here. And your soul is grieving. It wants relief. It wants to move into what would fire you up. It wants to live in its joy that you're permitted to live in. So that's what I'm getting. So tune into what is relative to you and your unique relative reality there. So let's go ahead now and clarify. So again, I'm going to pull up an entire row and then I will start reading. And I'll take this moment while I'm shuffling. And I'd like to give a shout out to all of my subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. I really appreciate all of your likes and your subscribes, your bell notifications, and your comments, as they really do help me out here in the YouTube algorithm. They help me grow to reach out and help more people, and I really thank you for helping me help others. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am delighted to have you here with me. Okay, so here we go. We're starting to get some cards. If you need a personal reading, I do those, and you can find the links to those in the description box below. Happy to do that for you. Yeah. Okay. You can hang in right in there. Okay, I think we got them perfectly. We did. All right, here we go. All right, so yeah, that heart's yearning that we have, your intuition's been telling you this. It's been talking to you. And when we're sitting here trying to force a square peg and we're ignoring it and we're not listening to it, we're trying to keep our outer world set up what makes the ego feel secure and safe. But it's not happy. You're not happy, and it's not going to work. And it's going to slowly crumble and demise anyway. So we really do want to heed our intuition on this one, guys. We really do need to listen to our intuition. And again, too, this also represents we need healing. We've got to heal what's going on, why we're staying tethered, why we're staying stuck. And if some of you are going in a divorce and the divorce is messy, that needs healing too. And there is grief there, and I understand that. So you're going to need healing, and you need to tend to the heart there and tend to the egoic attachments there as well, and releasing that old life. And even the business too as well, because you might have had something established, you might have been doing something successfully, you've gotten attached to it, and releasing that not good. So yeah, this legacy that we were building that it wasn't working out, and then we've been found ourselves, we're kind of getting into it. We're in a position where we're having to defend ourselves. And some of you said, like I said, some of you, this could be legal situations. You really are having to defend yourself. You're in lawyers and stuff. But then this could, again, be business or, again, a marriage and divorce, something along those lines. So you're like kind of in like a righteous defense here. You hold your ground, guys. Hold your ground. Keep going forward. What is healthy for you? Healthiness is really important. Healthiness represents something that's not toxic, something that supports who you are and offers you the environment to be who you are. Because yeah, with whomever we are involved in this situation, you're not enjoying any fruits of your labor of this. This is all, and of course you didn't get the legacy that you were hoping for. So we need to let it go. We might have been going for something in the past. It might have been that we were going for it in the past, or it might have been we've just outgrown it and it's time to go into that new vision that we were talking about here. So yeah, we definitely need to release that and let that go. Okay, so yeah, your heart's passions, that's the way you need to be going. And right now you're out of balance because you aren't living the heart's passion yet. And as you move forward to that will, and then this will turn this upright and you will be in balance. Yeah, because as you're trying to force things to work, force is never flow. That's never your destiny. That's not whatever's going to work for you. You are really out of sorts. You are not yourself. You're a little bit lost. You don't know what to do. Because this is Queen of Pentacles in reverse. She's got her act together. She's got her business together, her family together. She's got it all together. She knows what she's doing and she's good at it. And she's got her wisdom. You're out of sorts right now. You're not feeling any wisdom. For some of you, like in that divorce, you might feel like your world is completely turning upside down. Some of you might be in that business and like, oh gosh, what am I going to do, career-wise or whatever, or how am I going to do this on my own or separate or whatever. There's a little bit of upheaval here and you're out of sorts. We've got to stop trying to force something to work because it's not going to. And we could be feeling out of sorts because some of you could be facing the idea of getting ready to separate something, dismantle something, and we don't like the idea of it because it's scary to the ego. The ego loves that which is familiar, because with the familiar is where it builds its own safety. And your whole entire life is a conceptual thought, and I know that's hard to swallow sometimes. And you have a new vision. You have a unique vision, a unique new thought to experience your life with now. And that's the direction that you're going to. And this is something that you are prepared and ready for on an inner level. This is why you were here at this reading. You know deep down inside. Your intuition has been telling you. You know deep down inside it is. But we are really fearing abandonment. Some of us are really fearing abandonment with the situation. And then for some of you, this is we have to abandon the ties that are keeping us tethered in the situation that is not freeing us to live our heart's desire. So that's one of two ways. So tune into how this is relating to your particular story. And again, the universe is saying, hey, we got your back. Keep going. Go for this was new. It is right for you. And this is going to bring you with those with whom you are in alignment and that will team with you, and things will work together and they will flow. Because as of now, we're in like karmic mess. We're in mess with people and it's not going well. And you're not getting any of your fruits of your labor because of it. But follow that heart's desire, have faith, stick on it, ask your team spirit for help, your guides, your guardian angels, your higher self. Ask them for help. They will help you. They've got you. You have more help than you can ever know. And they will bring you people that are in alignment with you where things can work. So here, yeah, it's a partnership that needs to come apart. So we're really getting to this, especially with this card here and this card here. And I really do think this is like a partnership with marriage or business of some type, because we got this legacy, and then businesses will build towards that legacy and marriages will build towards that also. Okay, and then we have the Knave of Swords, and you are being called to go for now that which is ideal for you, and you know what that is, a new journey. You're being called forward to that new journey, that new unique vision that you have. You have a vision in your mind of what it would feel like if things were going really well. Follow that vision. You really need to follow that. Heed your intuition. Your intuition is talking to you. And heal some of that grief to move forward. So let's go ahead now and wrap you up with an Angels and Ancestor card. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. So we have the laity, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Very, very, very well. See, we have not been reaping rewards. We have not been enjoying the fruit. Notice she's holding fruit of our labor, and it's the woman that brings forth fruit with labor. With the current situation, with this karmic relationship or this mess, this relationship that has become a tangled mess. Okay? So we are having a growth period now. And enjoy the growth and reap rewards. So there's two things going on here. It's time for you to move out of this old, and that is your journey, and enter the new. And the journey's a little scary and it's a little difficult. It's trying. It's very trying for the ego. But it's on that journey that your soul is having the growth and your soul is having the expansion. And that is why we all came here to planet Earth. Experience, expansion, expression, and growth. That is why we're all here. So enjoy that. Pull that picture. Step out of being that in your story from the avatar's perspective and go back into that soul higher self perspective, and remember you are the player of that avatar. You stepped in here, you're playing a play, you're playing a role in a play, you're playing a character in a story, you're playing a movie star in a movie. Remember that and enjoy the expansion and growth. Go back to that soul level, and then you will reap the rewards. You will reap the rewards that the ego so seeks for, the material world showing up the way the ego wants to. You will end up reaping those rewards as you move into that new direction with your new unique vision. And then we have Shapeshifter here. Transform and unveil your gifts. Yes, see, you are in a transformation here. You're coming, like I say, a unique vision. You're coming out of the old, what was not working once, and you're being called for from your heart's passion and desires, and your heart is talking to you, your soul is talking to you, and you're going to transform and shape shift into something new and something better, and you are ready for this. You are absolutely ready for this. And this is going to light you up. You're going to love this. And the universe has got your back, and it's going to bring the people that are in alignment with you, and they are calling you to embark that new journey that is absolutely ideal for you. Perfect wrap up for that one, guys. Absolutely perfect wrap up. You got this. You're in a little bit of a mess right now. Some of you might be in a legal mess, and you have my empathies. But focus on what you want. Do that inner work. And it will really help you. It will really help you. And get that healing, and keep listening to your intuition, and keep focused on your desires. Letting go of the old has its pain with attachments and familiarity, but letting go of that old is going to give you the space to bring in that new of what's going to really excite you and bring you into your place of joy. You got this. I believe you. Believe in you. Hang in there. Until next time, much love. Hey, much light. Okay, welcome. If you chose Spirit Cat number 2 for this week's Pick a Card reading, yes or no, ask any question, and it is timeless. Now, each of you, interestingly enough, got 2 theme cards for your reading, so we will go in here. It's the way the cards jump, so I'm going with it. All right, so your first theme card is Freedom. Okay, so meet Lucy. She is awake even in her dreams. One of her favorite things to do is to fly in a lucid dream. It is the most natural, free, and expansive feeling. You can go to outer space, imaginary lands, deep under the sea, to the top of Mount Everest, even through the earth itself, propelled simply by the power of your mind and your will. This little kitty is calling you to embrace the unbound freedom of flight in dreams. And dreams, not in dreams. What is your wildest dream? Your craziest, most heart-expanding, joy-filled plan A. If you were completely free, what would you do? Got a quick impression on that? Drop plan B. Yes or no? Any of you asking that question about that? Drop plan B. Go full-fledged for plan A. And now your reading's done, you can go. No, I'm just kidding. We'll get more details, I promise. Okay, in nature, and that was for some of you. Yes, and that reminds me too. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, and I have this tuned to many of you and your unique relative realities. So tune in to what is relative to your story as I read upon the cards. Okay, nature. So meet Leaf. Each day, he slips outside to meander between the ferns and flowers. He visits his secret spot where the sun filters down through the leaves and ever-changing shards of light that dance on his fur and warm his soul. No matter the weather, take a moment, step outside, and find a spot in nature, whether it's a vast wilderness or a tiny patio. Breathe in the fresh wild air. Feel the great expanse of the sky overhead and the firmness of the earth beneath you. You are part of the intricate web of life. Allow nature to nourish you, support you, and set you free. Okay, nature is just a majestic magic that works wonderful. So, freedom, nature. Okay, so, for some of you, we're going to use these words, freedom and nature. Everybody's nature is to have freedom. So, you might be leaning back into that nature and seeking some freedom in some area of your life. And that is your true nature, and you're definitely supported by that to do that. Some of you are working on some dreams in your life that you want to bring them in. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed. You might be trying to over-manifest, over-concentrate on that, and you're trying to solve problems, and you're trying to fix what's not working, and your brain, and you just get it all up in your mind, and you need a little bit of clearing and a little bit of rest. Go outside, breathe in the nature, feel the nature, and just relax and rest a little bit. That would be very beneficial for you. And meditate too. Meditate would be great, because like sometimes your dream is like a meditation. Things can just come. Just allow things to come and just watch and relax. That's my first impression. We're going to go deeper. Let's go for an entire row of tarot, and then it will be for you, and then we will clarify. Oh, there we go. Oh, I saw two. Yes. Okay. Interesting flip. We flipped in the deck as a shuffling. That was a quick trick. Quick trick. A clever trick. Well, we keep doing this. This is unusual. This is not our normal method of doing this, but that's okay. Alright, let's see if we can get you two more. Alright, got one ready. Okay, perfecto. Okay. Alright guys, hang on to your seatbelts, because something's coming in new, and it's coming in fast. Good news is it's positive, and that can make you feel overwhelmed, and nature's a good place again to relax. I'm really getting this impression to relax, and this is the thing that's going to help bring you to your dreams. Some of us have not been experiencing our wishes coming true. We've definitely been experiencing a lack thereof. That can happen where we're so focused on things not going in our life that we like. So this thing's going on in my life that I don't like it. It's in my face. And you can't help but just keep looking at this thing that you don't like because it's in your face. And you really have to like pull your eyes away from that and decide and dream. Look at your dreams that aren't there in your 3D relative reality and focus on that. And focus on experiencing your dreams and having your dreams and see yourself experiencing your dreams despite what's over here in your face. Because what we keep looking at is what perpetuates. It's our observation creation. It's all about quantum physics. Our life is like a conceptual thought that we are constantly creating, and our mind is a projector, and it's just, when you have your mind so focused on that negative, then you're going to look for the negative, and everything that you see and interpret, you can interpret as negative. When you can have some positive things coming in that can help you get your dreams, but you can't see it. So you're going to see it as it's creating a negative. We've got to change that sight there, back to our dreams. And go back in nature and relax and rest from this overwhelm of what's in our face right now. That will help you. We have some of you have some confined structures that are locking you in to your dreams not coming true. And it's overwhelming you. So we need to bust out of that. We need to flip this one upside down and bust out into our freedom. We're confined to expectations of the old repeating itself. We're confined to our own conditioning thoughts. We're confined to a box perimeter that we have locked ourselves in a box. And this is what's impeding our dreams from coming true and causing us to feel so overwhelmed. And we want to be focusing on those dreams. We want to be focusing on those dreams definitely coming true. And they can come through, and you can be successful with them. And you can be sitting upon your throne of success, reigning upon the experiences of life that you want to experience. You have the power to do this. You have the power to create in your 3D reality that which you want to experience. You have the power to do this. And you got something new coming in fast that will assist you and help you with that. We need to abandon our focus that is impeding our dreams and that is keeping us overwhelmed. We need to do that. Some of you may be feeling abandoned. I want to see the clarification then. No. I'm getting it now. It's coming in clear. You have abandoned your idea of success in your 3D reality because you're not focused on your dreams. You're focused on what's in your face that's overwhelming you now. That's what you've abandoned. That's what that one is. And don't worry, your guides are here to help you if you keep your focus on that which is negative and that which is going on in your life and that you're disliking and that's impeding your dreams. Your guides will come in here and knock it out with a tower. They're going to knock that tower of focused negative thoughts that keep perpetuating your focused negative thoughts. And what happens is those thoughts have created this tower. And this tower is what your problem is. This tower is impeding your dreams. This tower is impeding all your wishes coming true. So your guide's going to come down and knock that down and wake you up. So it's going to work out for your benefit. And then you're going to enjoy victory and success. And you're going to have full family support and celebration with this. So this is going to work out in your highest good. This really is. You can make this easier if you go ahead and decide now and ask your guides and your guardian angels and your higher self for assistance to help you with that which is coming in new. Because as that tower comes down, remember too, something new is coming in, it's coming in fast, and it's coming in good. And this can knock out your overwhelm. And while we're here, and while I'm thinking about it and remembering it, this here represents Cancer. In case that is relative to any of you. Tune into your relative realities. Okay, so let's go ahead now and clarify for you. Again, I'll pull the entire row, and then I'll start reading. And I'd like to take this moment and give a shout out to my subscribers and my new subscribers. Welcome! Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you all so very much. And thank you so much for your comments, your bell notifications, and your likes. I really appreciate that because that helps me out here in the YouTube algorithm, which helps my channel to grow. So you're helping me to grow, to reach out and help more people. Thank you so much for helping me help others. That means the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am very glad to have you here with me. And if you would like a personal reading, I do offer those, and I'd be happy to give you one. And you can find the links to those in the description box below. There we go. If you're hearing this crazy scraping, banging noise, we have the wind blowing pretty bad here, and it's the tree branches like scraping the house. So I apologize if that's interrupting. It didn't quite flip, guys. Hang on. I'd like to see him jump. There you go. Okay. I think that's it. Yep. Okay then. Alright, so something new is coming and coming in fast, and it's positive, and you are the one creating that. And you're creating it by focusing on your dreams. So that's good. So some of you are working on this. You've been here and you're working on changing things around, and this one's talking to you. So you're sowing your seeds and they're coming in, and that is excellent and that is great. Other of you, you're matched to this exactly happening because you're here at this reading. Even if there's a little bit of work you need to do to get there, you're a match to this reward and it is happening. With your wishes not coming true, you're having some justice come in here to play a role. We're going to flip that. We're going to change this around. Whatever's been impeding your wishes, we're going to change this up, and you're going to get your justice, and you're going to settle there very well. So that's good. So if there's been any people involved in this situation too, this represents Libra, if that's relative to you, things are going to change here. So that's good. We've got things changing up here. That's really good. Okay. Oh, and this one represents Taurus. I didn't catch that earlier. My apologies. Okay, so busting out of those structures and going into a freedom that I'm suggesting that we need to do, that is what's going to bring your happily ever after. So we need to get these wishes. We need to focus on our dreams. Really pay attention to those. Put our observation there, and that's what's going to help you. And this overwhelm that we've been experiencing too, yeah, you've tried to like force something. Trying to act too quickly, doing something that you're not ready for. You're trying to force something, and that's what's leading you to overwhelm. It's not working. We gotta get back, relax, get back into nature. And remember, I told you, rest. Our mind is trying to solve something, and that is not working. And don't let that mind spinning and the ideas it comes up with, don't act on that and jump too fast. We need to relax, get back in nature, tune into our higher self, tune into our angels, tune into our guides. Find that flow. Find that flow. Because yes, we're going to have this success in a 3D material world, but right now you're feeling trapped with whatever's in your 3D material world, and that is what's making you feel overwhelmed. And that's what's making you feel propelled to jump quickly and do something new. And your mind is just like, I've got to solve this, I've got to solve this, I've got to fix this. We got to relax, go back to spirit, relax. This is really important. That's the really strongest impression I'm getting. This one also represents Capricorn, if that's relative to any of you. I told you we have to abandon this idea of focusing on fixing this problem and abandoning what's in our face that we don't like. We've got to abandon our focus on that and put our focus on our dreams and what we want to see for ourselves experiencing. So some of you actually might have a move that is in your near future. This is looking good. Maybe you're inquiring, should I move? Yes, this is positive here. So this is coming through positive. It could be that, or this is reassurance for others of you that whatever challenges are coming your way, or challenges are in your face right now, they're assuring you, you will navigate through them with ease. Just get back and relax. Get in that nature, calm down. You'll navigate through them with ease. You got spirit on your side and you're helping. Ask your guides to help you. And then keep your focus on the dreams. And that's what will help you so. And whatever that ego is really stuck on and attached to and hanging on, that's perpetuating things for you, that focus on that negative, your guides are knocking it out with a tower. They're calling you to start a new journey, but you've got some preparation to do, and that's to change that focus. And they will change it for you. They're going to definitely knock down whatever you have built up that is blocking you for your wishes and dreams coming true. They're going to knock that crap down. So you have got some work to do, a little preparation to do to change your thoughts. We got to bust out of that structure, bust out of that structure that has built this tower. We've got to change that. And then this will be upright, a new journey of your heart's desires, and one that will be successful. So you got a little bit of work to do there. And then once that tower has come down, we're going to have a victory and celebration, and the family's going to be celebrating with you, and it is going to be well. Which is bringing us to the Seven of Swords. So you've been deceiving yourself with what has been built up, and deceiving yourself. If I focus on this negative, my mind can fix this problem and change it, and that will cause me to bring my wishes come true. It hasn't worked. So if your ego is arguing with you with the idea of relaxing and kicking back and tuning into your higher self and letting spirit take care of it, no, I can't do that. Telling it, well, look at this. We've done it your way. It hasn't worked. Love you very much. I understand you're fearful. I'm here to support you and help you get through this, but your way is not working. So let's try something new and get that success that we're looking for, because your success is being assured. We just have to get our eyes back on our dreams and off of what appears before us as problems. So let's wrap you up real quick with an angels and ancestors. Okay, this is the one. I'm never one that cracks open it, but anytime I see the guardian angel show up, I will. Turn to your guardian angel, ask for help. That makes it so much easier for them to help you when you do. I am an ascended master here. This one kind of represents Jesus. Always ask ascended masters for their help and guidance as well. Ask for the help. Keep your eyes on your dreams. Relax. Rest. Ask for help and let that help come to you. Yeah. Perfect. Hunter. Track down your fears and your desires. That's your first one. There's two. Sneaky two. And then summer. Bask in joy and light. Oh my gosh. These are perfect. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, your wishes have not been coming true. Your dreams have not been coming true because you've been building a tower with your dreams, with your fears that have been impeding that. That's what you got to track down, those fears that impede those desires from coming true. That is what is going on, and that is what you got to do. And that is the very thing that you got to abandon. And this is the overwhelm that has happened, is this tower. This tower that you have built and created on your own is what's overwhelming you. And it is time to track those fears down and tear it down. And then look at your desires. Look at your dreams. And then relax. Turn to your higher self, your guardian angel. Okay, these are the dreams. Source of desires in me to experience them through me. I am relaxing and giving to you. Yes, I'm going to follow my heart's desires. Help me. And they will bring it in fast. And in so doing, you will be playing a role of creating that which you desire in your reality and being that manifester. That's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then summer, bask in joy and light. Got to sit back in that relaxed state. Find that joy. Because you keep perpetuating with your thoughts on what's in your face that overwhelms you, and that messes things up. Your mind is so overwhelmed. And that's what traps you. And that's what we got to get out of that. And just turn it over to your higher self. Okay, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to relax in nature, and I'm going to bask in the flowers of summer type of thing, and breathe in and let you take care of it, and let my mind let it go. That's where you want to go with that, guys. That's where you want to go. And being this came in at the end here, some of you might really start seeing big fruits of your desires come summer. Whenever this reading is timeless, wherever you are in this reading, I think you'll see some big results of your desires come summer. Not a bad reading, guys. You have success coming. Hang in there. Stay focused on your dreams and relax and rest. Go get in that nature. Breathe it in. You're on a good path. You'll make it. Promise. Until next time, much love and much light. Welcome. If you choose Spirit Cat number 3 for this week's pick card reading, yes or no, ask any question. Okay, so keep in mind, this is a general reading, and I have this tuned to many of you in your unique relative realities, so tune in to what is in alignment with your particular reality and story. And interesting enough, this week everyone got 2 theme cards for their picker cards, which was interesting. The cards jumped and I went with them. So let's see what we got for you here. Okay, unconditional love is our first one. Meet Aiko. I hope that's pronounced right. She is a soft being of pure love. She is a nest of comfort and compassion. She loves unconditionally, embraces fully without exception. She transmutes pain and failure into blessings and wisdom. When you feel vulnerable or self-doubting, she will engulf you in love and solace. So she can see your supposed imperfections as more beloved quirks. She salutes the true spirit in you. Love yourself as Aiko does, and let love spread outward to your friends, family, and fellow human beings. Let go of judgments and love everyone just as they are. I know that one can be challenging, but we'll work on that. Warrior. Meet Mishkin Rough and Tumble. He knows his teeth are sharp and his claws are his prized possession, carefully honed to points. He is a little ninja, but has a heart of love and softness. We can call on Mishkin when we need to stand up for ourselves, our boundaries or be daring. So whether you are about to climb a giant boulder or take a leap of faith or ask to be paid what you're worth, remember little Michigan and his bravery. Yes, he did whack that big scary dog on the nose, even though he's only a little kitten. Okay, so we have unconditional love and a warrior coming in here together. So this is interesting. So the first impressions I'm getting with this is you can unconditionally love yourself and others, but maintain healthy boundaries. Yeah, maintain those healthy boundaries with that one. And remember too, when others have done something that we dislike, most of the time they've done an action based out of fear. And they have an action out of fear. It's not their true self, it is their fear-filled self. And then sometimes we have expectations that we build up to keep ourselves safe on a conceptual level and protection on a conceptual level. And that can scare us if something didn't show up the way we hoped it did, and you're trying to control what it does. If that's helpful to you. Tune into what is relative to you. But let us go further with the tarot. So I will pull up an entire row here, and then I will start reading for you. So your yes or no. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Oh, that's 2. Awesome. Okay. It didn't flip. It jumped but flipped right back over. So it's gotta flip where I see the picture. I think that's gonna be a row, and we got a bit. Yeah. Okay. We got a bit going on here, guys. Oh boy. Unconditional love, yeah. Alright, so we got some stuff going on here, guys. Alright. So we need to be setting an intention for some of us. And map out a plan with that intention. Some of us are really focused on some type of lack. And being this is unconditional love and a warrior, this is a type of lack that I'm going to say is revolved around a relationship. And we're really focused on probably something not working in the relationship, something lacking in the relationship. And we're focused on it to the point of, this is what I've been seeing, so this is what I continue to expect, and this is what I'm going to continue to look for. And thus, with those conceptual thoughts, I'm going to continue to create and perpetuate. Got to change that, and we really need to let that go. Because it's never going to change with that type of focus. We've got to change it and focus on what we want to see. So yes, some of us are not utilizing our intuition, and we really do need to look at our emotions, and we need to reflect on our emotions. And some of us are avoiding it. So some of us can be a perpetuator of problems in a relationship if we're cutting off our emotions and cutting off our feelings and not allowing ourselves to feel, because then we can't relate. So that's where that unconditional love can come into place. You've got to remember, sometimes when somebody has hurt you, it's because they're coming out of fear or pain. And somebody might be cutting off their feelings with you, and you're like, what the hell's going on? I don't understand this, because they're numbing out. And when you close off the feelings, there's just no relation anymore. And relationship is about relativity, relating. It's all there. All the words are right there. Relate, relate, relate. So we are egos, we have egos, we feel emotions, and we need to look at those emotions or reflect a little bit. Allow those emotions, understand we're all involved with emotions, and emotions are playing a role. Now for some of you, this is an antagonistic issue going on between you. Emotions are clashing here. Yeah, and then, so we're in self-righteous defense. We're trying to stand up for ourselves and fight for what's right for us, and that's good to do. But be careful, especially when it comes in reverse, that we don't get into that stance of, I gotta be right. because that's not unconditional love. We want to relate and have the relationship work. So being right about something, that's not the unconditional love. You can be the warrior and hold firm boundaries of not letting someone cross over you and abuse you mentally, emotionally, definitely physically. But being right about something isn't what's important. Relating is what's important. How can you understand when they're coming across with their view? How can you understand them? Why they are in pain? So sometimes when someone's expressing pain, it actually has nothing to do with you, what you're saying or thinking or doing at all. It's just their own thing and their own pain that they're coming up with from their own thoughts, their own values, their own beliefs, their own conditioning, their own expectations. And sometimes if you can just say, okay, they're expressing pain, it has nothing to do with me. Let me hear their pain. What is the cause of this pain? Or how can I understand this pain? And understand them better and give them love in their place of pain. Now, it gets difficult if you are in a lot of pain, engaged in conflict with them. So some of it is you both need to be seeing each other's perspective and seeing each other as to why you're in pain. So an idea to keep in mind, yes, somebody does something that you dislike, and it could be good or bad, and you can be doing something you dislike, that they dislike, and it could be good or bad. And yes, they can play a role in how that's affecting you. But a lot of it is your own pains and fears that you already have inside of you, their own pains and fears you already have inside of them. Then when y'all are coming together, you're marrying each other. You're mirroring to them their pains and fears, and they see you as a symbol of that, and they're pushing back and resisting you, and they're doing the same thing to you, and you're pushing back and resisting them. And this can be a lot of the conflict. So that's like if we can just set possibly aside, make the problem a separate entity, and y'all team up against the problem, and you each have the problem of pain, and here with each person's pain with unconditional love is, and not take on the personal accountability of being the cause of that, and understand they're in pain and that you're triggering their pain, and then understand how you're triggering their pain, and then with unconditional love, what can you modify within yourself to stop triggering their pain that's on a healthy level for you. Not changing yourself where you're being unhealthy to modify yourself to not trigger their pain. But if you're doing something that can be irritating, but it's triggering a lot of pain for them because they have a pain and fear here, then don't do it. And vice versa for them as well. So look where you are there. We need healthy, firm boundaries, and we need unconditional love. We need them both. So that's what I'm seeing there. Okay. So yes, we need loving, nurturing, caring father figure coming out here that can care and love. That's what we need to embody and embrace, which the father figure can allow that space and allow that expression and offer that safety and that protection to allow you to be able to express your pains and fears, to allow you to be vulnerable to do so. We're talking about the divine masculine here. We're not talking about unhealthy masculine roles, toxic masculine roles. We're talking about the divine masculinity here. That's what we're talking about. That's what we need to be embracing and stepping into. Even if you're a feminine role, allowing someone to have that space and safety and protect them when they offer that vulnerability so they can work through their stuff. That is helpful and beneficial. We're done with this toxicity. We need to walk away from this toxicity. We got to leave the toxicity. And I think the way the cards are coming out here, this is not about breaking up the relationship. This one is about learning to have unconditional love and maintaining your healthy boundaries at the same time. This one's about working it out and making it work. That's why this card starts. I can get that now. Got to make a map. Got to make an intention, and then you got to map it out and make a plan. And your plan is unconditional love and bravery. And some of what you're telling you, got to stop focusing on the lack of what's not showing up in the relationship. Got to change that. Got to look at those emotions as to why both sides are hurting and embrace those. Really do got to embrace those, because we are just like super duper overwhelmed, and we got to let all this go. We've got some grief that's been going on with all of this toxicity that's been going on. We gotta let that grief go. Gotta let that go. And this represents Scorpio by chance, if that's relative to any of you. And let me catch this one, I forgot. This represents Pisces, if that's relative to any of you. We've got to let it go because this is really, really overwhelming us too much. Yeah, and it's all about, yes, this overwhelm is coming from not hearing the other person and trying to convey your thoughts, and you both are trying to show the other, and neither of you are hearing each other and can't hear each other. We've got to stop. We've got to go back to unconditional love, and we've got to go maintain firm boundaries, but unconditional love. Because what we've been doing thus far is not working. We're not teammating. Like I said, make the problem the goal. The beetle is the cat's goal, and when it's upright, all three of them are teaming together to corral and catch the beetle. Right now, this is in reverse, so you're not doing that. You're not teaming up to catch the beetle. And the beetle is your relationship working well. You're not teaming up. You're trying to do your thing, they're trying to do their thing, and you're trying to defend and fight each other and make each other the problem, when really you both are mirroring each other and triggering your pains that you already have. That's what we want to do. And then if we do all this, we can then enjoy the company of each other and relax and rest and be in good respite with each other. So yes, this can happen. The king has fallen off his throne with this relationship. Things have not been going well, so things have not been showing up in a successful way in your 3D reality of your relationship working. And you're feeling like there's a lack of celebration as a family. So this could be family members that you're dealing with here too. And this is where some of the quarrel is with too. And we can change all of this around by going into this unconditional love. Seeing others, knowing they're human like you and they got the pains and fears, and then maintaining your firm boundaries so that you don't get walked all over. Because even being a doormat to another person then allows them to abuse you, that's not healthy for them or you either. So we don't want to go there either. So there's we got to get this in balance. No pendulum swinging. We can't be swinging from far left. Well, I'll just let you do whatever and I'll make you happy. No. And doormat, or then really viciously fighting, that's not working either. You gotta come into balance. Unconditional love with firm boundaries. That's what we're working on here. Okay, guys, so let's clarify for you. Goodness, let's see here. Y'all got a lot of cards. Whew. Sticky situation, guys. I know what that's like. This one, though, this reading is all about we can make this relationship work. Whether it's your family, your mom, your dad, your wife, your husband, anybody, whomever this is with, boyfriend, girlfriend, to touch siblings, whomever, friends even too. This is definitely about a relationship that's not been working very well of late, but this is one, all the cards are saying you can change the quality of this relationship without ending this one. There's some readings I get, yeah, you gotta walk away, this is not going to work, This one is all about, it is going to work. There's just, y'all have to change your strategy on what you've been doing, and then it will work. Change some things up. Did you flip? Not quite. There we go. All right, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have a lot, so if your question has been, should I leave this relationship? The answer I'm getting here is no. Two more. There we go. And one. And more. That's okay. The other two readings were short. This one might take a little minute. Okay, so yeah. We need to go in and make an intention of how this is going to work. And we need to go within and meditate. And you've been getting a little call and nudge for this, but we've been resisting it. We need to go within and spend some time within and look at how we have not been unconditionally loving ourselves as well as the other, and seeing ourselves in the other and seeing the other in ourselves. And you're being called within to do that. And make an intention of how this can work. See that and visualize that. Make that plan. They're calling you. Stop resisting that. This relationship can work. You are here because you value this relationship. You can make it work. Go within. Commune with your higher self. Commune with your guides. Commune with your angels. Ask them for help. It makes it so much easier. We need to take our mind off of this lack of what's not been working and expecting that and looking for it to continue not to work, because we're going to perpetuate that. And that is what has been going on. And yeah, so here, there's some family involved here again. We are not feeling family support. That is coming up again too. So this has something to do with family. So this, like I say, this father, mother, siblings, or whatever, marriage relationship, or like if you're even living with your lover too, that could be considered family. There's some kind of family issue going on here too. So yeah, that's coming back up. So that's going to kind of take it out of like a possible business. Maybe friends, unless maybe you're roommating, so then you're kind of living together and you feel like family, you know, or you're really close with your friend, maybe best friend, and if they feel like family, then this would count to help you out. Okay, so we are definitely been ignoring our emotions. We really need to look at our emotions and honor our emotions and not be cutting off emotions and numbing out. We need to hear their emotions and how they're feeling. We need to honor how you're feeling. Unconditionally love them and how they're feeling, and unconditionally love yourself and how you're feeling, and everything is working out in your absolute positive good. Highest alignment and good. It's working out perfect, and you know this. Deep down inside of you, you know this, because the sun is shining and this card is upright. If you didn't know this and you didn't believe it, it would be reversed. So deep down you know this. A little bit of work to do. Gotta work with our own egos here. Yeah, so like I say, y'all been fighting and defending yourselves to the point of maybe, you know, somebody's gonna be right. We gotta let go of that stuff. Being right's never gonna work. Love, Neil, Donna Wash. Do you wanna be right or do you wanna be love? We go back to unconditional love. Now here's the deal. Here's the deal. So you might go, yeah, I wanna be right. Here's the deal. If you wanna be right and you choose right, the relationship is not gonna work. If you value that relationship, being right is never gonna work. Being love is what makes it work. Love is your greatest power. It is your natural essence. It is the nature of who you are. That is why love is the greatest power. Being right is not. It's never going to work. Love is the only way it's going to work. So they're calling you to have strength with this. Let go of this righteous defense. It takes strength to set down the argument, set down the fight, because you're feeling vulnerable and you're feeling unsafe. So they're calling forth for you to have courage to feel safe to do this. We got to step out of the ego's mindset. The ego is scared out of its mind, and come back into your soul, come back into your higher self perspective. And remember, you are here. You came here to play on planet Earth and play a role and play in a play. It is a character. It is not who you really are. So who you really are is extremely safe, because you are the source itself, playing a role, playing a character. Sometimes we need to step into that perspective and remember that and watch the ego having its own story and give it love and understanding and compassion and a little hug. But come back into that perspective of who you really are. You need to step back into that. You need to step into our divine masculine. Even if you are the feminine role in this relationship, you have to step into the divine masculine, because the divine masculine offers that loving space for another to be vulnerable and keep them protected and safe while they're being so. We need that. And they're asking you again to have faith. The universe does support you, but we are really focused on that it's not going to work. And that is the issue here. We've got to change our focus off of that and really trust. Source has got your back, your guides have got your back, everybody's got your back. We've got to have faith in that. We're really focused again. This was kind of like focused on the lack of the relationship. This is really showing the focus has been on this can't work. It can. And what's not been working, stop focusing on what's not been working and know that you can. It's going to take exercising unconditional love and firm, safe, healthy boundaries. And this card represents, the Temperance represents Sagittarius. Oh, and this one also represents Leo. Let me catch that. My bad. In case any of those are relative to you. Okay, so yeah, The toxicity is what we want to walk away from. We are done with the toxicity. This relationship with all the cards that are coming out can work. You don't need to walk away from the relationship. You're in a bit of a tangle. You haven't been hitting your higher self with this one. You've been definitely getting into your ego. So it's been ego versus ego. And you're never going to get anywhere there. We need to flip this one right side up and listen to our higher self. Your higher self is always going to choose unconditional love. Because your higher self is not the ego. Your higher self is the soul. Your higher self is the source. So you got to get out of the ego and get out of the ego perspective and step out and do some self-inventory. Okay, why is my ego so freaking scared that when they do X, Y, Z, it gets all triggered and fired up, and then I become the ego and act like the ego and turn into the toddler fit. They're having the toddler, we're all having toddler fits. We're going into that defense. We're all going into that. Ask yourself these questions. Okay, and this is all the stuff that we need to let go of. Yeah, and here it is, 5 of Wands, fighting and competing with each other. Competing for the intention, well, no, I need to be validated. No, I need to be validated. We've got to let that crap go. We've got to choose loving each other unconditionally as well as ourselves and firm and healthy boundaries. That's what we need to let go for. And yeah, you've been extremely overwhelmed with the situation. 7 of Swords here too. Yeah, you both have actually really been betraying yourself, deceiving yourself, and deceiving the other. Here's how you're deceiving yourself and deceiving the other. You are deceiving yourself in that fighting with the other and being right, and you coming out on top of being safe is what's going to protect you and keep you safe. And it's what's going to make your relationship work. No. No. What's going to work is the complete opposite of that. What your ego is running from is exactly what the ego needs to do. You both need to come down, lay down your swords, be vulnerable. Stop deceiving yourselves. Admit you're human to yourself and to each other, and relate and understand the other with unconditional love, that they're in pain and fear, just like you're in pain and fear. So you're deceiving the other too about your need to protect yourself. You're telling them my story, XYZ, is the biggest deceit. The truth is, it's nothing to do with your story. The truth is, I need to feel safe because. I don't feel safe because. And that's their story too. So this is how you are deceiving each other, and you're deceiving yourselves. If you can figure that one out, you'll make big progress. Unconditional love. Yeah. Okay, 9 of Swords, yeah. This is fighting and trying to convince the other, hey, hear me, no, hear me. Yeah, this has not been working, guys. This has brought all of your fears into your relative reality. Some of you, I am actually getting with that. Some of you that are in a lover situation, marriage situation, may have even broken up. It really brought to your relative reality, and you're wondering, is this done forever? It doesn't have to be. This relationship can work from all the cards that I'm getting. You can work. You can make this work. Maybe you need therapy. Maybe you need to get some help together. But this can work. So that will answer you yes or no with that one. Okay, so yeah, so we're not teaming up together. We're making the problem each other here, and that's not working. And we're not in our divine masculine. That's what we're talking about. And when we get that divine masculine, we're both going to give each other the space to be vulnerable and safe and protected. That's what we want to do. And go against the problem and team up against the problem. And it's the problem is the fears that you're both experiencing, but you're projecting your fear on the other person and making the other person the object of your fear, and hence the cause of your fear. Really, they're just triggering your fear that you already have. That's what's going on here. Okay. All right. You change all this up, then you can celebrate and be together and enjoy each other's company. Because what you've been doing with the fighting and refracting each other, you have not had the support of the universe. You have not had the support of Source with how you've been engaging in your ego. And that's why it has not been working out. Change all this up. That with your higher self, because you haven't been listening to your higher self. Change it up. Heed your higher self. And then you can enjoy the bliss of celebrating each other's company and hanging out and enjoying each other. Truly enjoying that. Okay? And then, yeah, the king is coming off the throne. The things have not worked out in 3D relative reality because y'all have not been having a symbiotic relationship of sharing with each other. You haven't been sharing at all. Y'all have been, one is giving to another in one area and the other's taking from the other in another area, vice versa. Or when you give, it's just for sake of obligation or to look good. We need to go to our heart and symbiotically be giving, with symbiosis, giving to each other unconditional love. Sorry guys, with this reading, it's difficult when you've been having a difficult situation going with someone with whom you're relating to own your part. I get that. I know this. True experience here, my personal experience here too. I know this. But you both got your own stuff that you're bringing. Both are bringing in the bad. And you both are needing each other to hear the other. You both are needing to give yourself unconditional love and the other unconditional love. That is really, really needed. So it's going back here to the family here. Yes, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. We have not been listening to our intuition. We've got to heal this. Got to heal this. So some of you might be needing coaching. Might be needing therapy here too, guys. Because some of it you're bringing your own stuff in the past and it's coming out. This person's triggering it up. Okay. And then 5 of Cups. So there's been some failure here. But it's okay. Like I said, the biggest thing that I'm getting from this reading, there's been some failure, it's okay. You can try again and it can succeed. This is not a relationship that you have to sever. This is something you can work through. Yeah. The Lovers is coming in reverse. So for some of you, this could definitely represent a marriage. This could definitely represent partnership too. Like just boyfriend, girlfriend, what have you. Living partners or loving partners. The biggest thing too that I'm really getting with the Lovers reverse, we haven't been loving each other or ourselves. We got to apply that love, and this also represents Gemini. So more than anything, I'm getting that. But for some of you, this will relate. Yes, it is Lovers, but it does not have to end. Not with this reading. Not what I'm getting of this. The Knave of Swords. You're feeling trapped. You are trapped. You're beyond feeling trapped. You are feeling trapped, and when it's reversed like this, you're not asking and seeking for the actual help that can help you. So we'll start with Spirit, asking your higher self for guidance, asking your angels for guidance, doing that self-inventory. And then for some of you, you're in such an extremity that we need to go outside and ask for help too. We might need coaching, we might need therapy, and you're feeling trapped, and you're refusing to get that help. Get that help, guys. This one could work. This was tough. I know you're in a mess right now. I know this is tough, and I know this is hard. Keep in mind the sun is shining. Everything's working out in your highest good alignment. Everything I'm getting with this reading, all the cards the way they came out. This relationship can work. This relationship can thrive. You can set that intention and bring it about. We just got some work to do. And it's going to start with an unconditional love for yourself as well as them setting up healthy boundaries. So let's wrap you up now real quick. Skyfather. I don't usually read these bottom cards, but I am today. The Source, the loving Father, going back into that divine masculine that's really coming up. We've got to offer that safe space. Be that caring Father who understands his child has made a mistake and they have hurt somebody else or they have done something wrong and they're really scared and they're going to face the Father. But the loving Father and the divine masculine allows that child to feel safe and spill out the truth and comfort them and understand that the child is a child, and that's why I made it messed up. Divine masculine is really coming out really strong there, guys. Woo! You got some cards. Yeah, they're really talking to y'all. Okay. Really talking to y'all. Okay, so yes. We got this medicine mother. Honor your inner knowing. She has come in reverse here. You can heal this. And you know this. I told you, the sun card is shining and it's upright. You know this. You can heal this. So honor the inner knowing. And deep down, as I'm talking to you and telling you, you have to unconditionally love yourself as well as them. And I'm telling you that they're mirroring you and mirroring your pains and you're mirroring their pains. So you know this. You know that they're triggering pain within you, pain that you had even before they were in your life. For some of you in that lover's department, and some of you are siblings or something, you might have pain been there all along. But you know this. You know this can be resolved. Okay, so here we have the release the old and rest. Yes, we got to get our focus off of what has been lacking is working in the relationship, because as we keep that focus there, we're going to perpetuate that. We have got to release the old of what has been happening and expecting that to repeat. And rest. And some of the old is not loving ourselves and not loving them, and we need to go into that space of love and not utilizing healthy boundaries. That is really what's important. We got to let go of that and rest. And then the guardian angel. It's come up here. We can ask our guardian angel for help. Guardian angel, you are not alone. You're not alone. And you're feeling vulnerable. You're not feeling safe. Like I said, we need to step into the divine masculine energy to feel safe. Give that person the protection, and they need to be giving you the same. That protection and that safety to be vulnerable and be honest where your pains and fears are. And your guardian angel there is always there to protect you. Very there. So if they're incapable of doing this for you, and at this moment if you're incapable for doing it for them, turn to your guardian angel and ask them for help. Also, I highly recommend guardian angel powwows. I do these, and I teach it at my site too. You can easily do this. Easily do this. You call in your guardian angel to stand before you, and you call in, this is on a soul level, and you call in them and their guardian angel to stand before them. And then you tell their guardian angel what you want their guardian angel to convey to them, of where your pains are and where you're hurting. And it's amazing how that will get through. That guardian angel can get through to them sometimes better than we can on this 3D, earthly, egoic mind in this plane. Okay, and then yes, the White Witch, be the light. She's all about taking the high road. Be the light, and that's hard to do when you feel like they're causing you pain. You have to be the light. You got to shine that light on your own emotions, shine that light on your pains and fears. They are triggering within you, and you got to be honest with yourself and shine that light on that stuff that's already there, and they are triggering it. And unconditionally love that pain that's within you. And know they are mirroring you, you're mirroring them. They have it too. You both have it. So love each other. Understand you're the best one to understand them because you have what they have. And sometimes you can't see it that way. But if you really unmask it and look at it, you're going to step back into your soul perspective, your higher self perspective to see it and get out of your avatar. You really see what y'all are doing. You both have a sameness. It may come out a little bit differently, but there is a sameness involved. Be the light, shine the light on your own pains and fears, and then be the light, loving them with light, loving yourself with light, and take the high road and stop fighting to be right. Be love, because being right will destroy your relationship. Being love is what makes the relationship work. And all the cards in this reading are saying this relationship can work. I know this one's tough, guys. I know it's hard. The good news is the sun is shining. All of this can work. It's going to take a little bit of love. And you both, y'all can get here, are going to come out great because you're both going to get that space of unconditional love and getting healthy boundaries. And your relationship will thrive, and this is going to help you in every area of your life, and this is going to help you uncover the pains and fears that they are triggering to clear them out, and you're going to be healthier and happier and lighter. Ask for help. They can help you. Makes it easier. So, sorry for the plane or helicopter. You're in a mess now. That's the news. But the good news is where you're going and where you're going to end up. It's great. It's going to work out. Okay, guys, until next time, much love and much light.